Oh, hello. This is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. If you find this video informative to you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive notification of my future video postings. One of the reasons I gave up cooking based on recipes is the challenge that I have faced in flavoring the dish. The most frequent problem is that I do not have the flavoring agents that were called for in the recipes. Secondly, I often do not have a good idea of why those seasoning agents were there, what they're used for, and what is the purpose. And often after I spend the time to collect all the seasoning agents and make the dish, and it does not turn out what I expected. Therefore, my conclusion is that I must screw up along the way. And because of this reason, I have switched away from recipe-based cooking. So now instead of using a recipe-based approach, now I use a template-based approach. So with the template-based approach, what I do is that I figure out what the characteristics of the flavor, and I will try to reconstruct it based on what I learned from the recipes. One of the most common way to create flavor is by creating a sauce. Some of the most important cuisine in the world is based on their sauce, such as teriyaki sauce, hollandaise sauce, barbecue sauce, and spaghetti sauce. I used to make sauce by following a strict recipe, one part of this, one part of that. But I quickly realized that there are too many variables in governing what makes a good sauce. I then realized that the best way to create a perfect sauce is by using a template-based approach. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a teriyaki sauce using this template-based approach. This is very similar to my template-based cooking. So the first step is to define what is the characteristics of a teriyaki sauce. Again, you must keep in mind there are different types of teriyaki sauce, and one teriyaki sauce might not be the same as another person's. So I need to carefully define what the teriyaki sauce means to me. Here is my definition of a teriyaki sauce: a salty, sweet, savory, and fruity in flavor, a dark brown in color, and thick in consistency. So this is what my template will try to achieve. So as what a template is supposed to do, that it defines the characteristics, but not the details of how to go about achieving it. Once you have looked at my template, you will realize that there are actually different ways to arrive at the characteristics of this sauce. For this teriyaki chicken dish, the first thing I need to do is to stir fry the chicken to its almost doneness. I use my basic stir-fry chicken template. If you are not familiar with it, please take a look at this video. After the chicken is done, I shut off the heat. In my case, I remove the wok from the burner because I have an electric stove. To create the saltiness of the flavor as well as the dark color, I use a dark soy sauce. I add enough soy sauce until the saltiness reach about 90% of what I would like it to be. When you do this for the first time, add a little bit soy sauce at a time and do a taste test rather than add too much. Once you reach the saltiness of how you like it, next you're going to add oyster sauce. Again, you add a little bit at a time and do a taste test. Do you like it? If you do, then you can add some more until you are happy with it. These two sauces are responsible for constructing the basic flavor of the teriyaki sauce. At this point, you might like it the way as it is. However, I don't want you to stop. You should keep going to experience what the next level of seasoning is going to be, which is by adding hoisin sauce. Again, you add a little bit at a time and do a taste test. You will notice that the hoisin sauce adds sweetness to the sauce. At the same time, it provided a fruity flavor. If you like it, add some more. For many people, this is sweet enough. However, the teriyaki sauce has a distinctive feature is that it is sweetness, so you can enhance the sweetness by adding sugar. Again, you should start by adding a little bit sugar at a time. Do a taste test and add more, and to see how sweet would you like the sauce is going to be. Okay, now we have reached the final stage of creating this sauce. Now you can fine-tune it by increasing the saltiness, by adding more soy sauce or more oyster sauce to reach the flavor that you like. This is probably one of the most effective ways to create the flavor you like. I call this flavor chasing. And each time when you cook, you will continue to make fine improvements. The next step is to thicken the sauce to coat the chicken. I'm going to thicken the sauce using cornstarch, but you can also thicken the sauce with other thickening agents such as flour or potato starch. I prefer cornstarch because it thickens rapidly under heat, usually within seconds. I create cornstarch water suspension using 1 part of cornstarch to 2 to 3 parts of water. I make adjustment to the concentration of the cornstarch suspension depending on how much fluid there are in the bottom of the wok. Now, if there's a lot of fluid, then I will use a thicker suspension. I put the cornstarch suspension in a jar with a cover so that I can shake it easily because the cornstarch settles rapidly at the bottom of the jar. I then put the wok back on the stove and I turn it to low heating. As soon as I notice that the fluid starts to bubble, I add the cornstarch to the wok. I add the cornstarch a little bit at a time, and then I use the wok spatula to gently stir the content to allow the cornstarch to thicken. I will add more cornstarch if I want the sauce to be thicker. You might not get the exact consistency of the sauce that you want, but with some practice, you will get it right. For some dishes such as this teriyaki chicken, the consistency of the sauce defines the chicken. Again, I want to emphasize this is a template, not a recipe. You have a lot of room to make modifications to achieve your desired texture. For me, I have continued to make minor modifications each time when I cook. For example, in my case, sometimes I will add a little bit of chili oil, or I will add sesame oil, or sometimes some chili flakes, and the possibility is limitless. This is a major advantage of template-based cooking because it allows you to continue to make improvements and to create new variations. Finally, I would like to dedicate this video to my son Ray and his friend Rob. They both really enjoy this teriyaki chicken. In fact, we used to call this Ray's chicken. Thank you for watching. Please press the like icon below if you enjoyed this video. It will help me to improve the visibility of my YouTube channel and to reach a broader audience. If you would like to receive notification of my future video postings, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next time.